What's good everyone, welcome back to the channel. I was going to say today's video is a bit different, but I have no videos on my channel, so I guess all videos are different. Anyways, today we're talking about Among Us. If you've never heard of this game before, you're kind of living under a rock. This game has blown up in the past few months and it's for a good reason. It's simple. The game is free on mobile and was subject to the streamer effect. You know those games that streamers play and then all of a sudden the game booms? Yeah, that's the type of game this is. We've seen this in the past, like with Fall Guys. Remember that game that people played in the summer for 2 months and then stopped playing? Yeah, that game took off because of streamers. Even Fortnite had that phase, but that game is still popular. Most of the original fan base stopped playing pretty much, but yeah, that game is still pretty popular. Games like Fall Guys fell off pretty hard when streamers stopped playing it though, which happens to most games. A game can only be so alive when streamers and other content creators don't play it. Games these days rely on content creators heavily. That is why you see big game companies sponsor big streamers. No matter how popular the game franchise is, they will still pay people to play it. That's because paying a streamer a couple $1,000s is so tiny to the gains they actually receive from the promotion. Activision, for example, they pay people like Symphony to play their games, even if they would play the games regardless. This never had to happen with Among Us. The reason for this was because the game itself was fun and it was new to so many people. Streamers found the game and everyone started playing it. The game concept was not new, but it was different than what most people play these days. People want to play games with their friends and they want to be able to play games without getting bored. That's the problem with 20th century gaming. 20th century. That's the problem with games these days. People will play games for so long and then just get bored of it. But so far with this game, people have not gotten bored, which is quite surprising actually. But like I said, every big streamer is playing this game. Every day, hundreds of thousands of people play and watch this game. Whether it be on Twitch or YouTube, this game has gone mainstream. Among Us is one of those games that non-gamers play. It normalizes gaming, but at the same time, I don't know how I feel about it. I guess the more players, the better, but I don't know, it just kind of seems odd to me. That's when you know a game is blown up, when non-gamers play games. Among Us is probably the first game to go mainstream since Fortnite. I mean, you got people like AOC live streaming on Twitch. That's kind of crazy. The game has gotten so popular. Part of why this game is so successful is because it's on phones. Mobile gaming is such a huge industry. Part of what killed Fall Guys is because the price was so high. I think it was $30 or something like that to play on Steam. PC gaming is kind of its own category already. Them releasing the game on Steam and PlayStation only really killed the game, in my opinion. First of all, the price was kind of absurd. I think it was $30 on PC and it was free on PlayStation if you had PlayStation Plus. But if you want a lot of people to play a game, free to play is the way to go. The initial success was enough to sustain the player base, but many people were not willing to dish out that much money on Steam. Also, it wasn't on Nintendo Switch or Xbox or anything like that. It was only on PlayStation and PC, which I think hurt the game. Only releasing a game on one or two platforms is a huge mistake. It hurts the game's longevity, but at least they get the bag, right? I'm pretty sure Sony paid a lot of money to get that game only on PlayStation. I mean, Sony is already anti-consumer, so what can you expect from them? Among Us was practically the same game it was a year ago. It just had less players. The recent boom of this game really shows how games work these days. It doesn't matter if it's a AAA title or how much money went into the game. It doesn't even matter how good the graphics are. As long as the game is fun, people will play it. There's no reward for winning in this game. There's no battle pass, no leaderboards, nothing. I think this game is an excellent model for future titles. The game just needs to be fun, man. At its core, this game is fun to play and is interesting, so that's why people play it and that's what future games need to do. Customization and updates can only prolong a game's life for so long. Another overlooked aspect of this game is that it's cross-play. The game allows everyone to play together. Also, I'm just thinking that earlier I said that releasing a game on two platforms is a mistake, but Among Us is on two platforms. The difference is it's mobile and PC, not PC and one console, so that's the difference. No matter how much you don't like games like Fortnite, you have to appreciate what they've done for gaming. Crossplay was never as big as it is today, and Epic Games really made that possible. The recipe for a popular game must include the following. First of all, it must be fun fundamentally. The game must be fun to play over and over and over again. If there's nothing to unlock or whatever, it's still gotta be fun. It doesn't matter if a game is super customizable or there's so much to unlock. If the game is not fun to play over and over, it's gonna die. No matter your skill level at the game, you can play and have fun, and that's the joy of it. There's no skill-based matchmaking or anything like that. There's nothing to disrupt the player base, other than hacking, which I'm pretty sure they're fixing that, but hackers in the game gotta go. The second point is that the game has to be interesting to watch and create content on. The reason why the game blew up in the first place is because of content creators. Also on Reddit, the Among Us subreddit is filled with hilarious memes and stuff like that. A game that is fun to meme, play, and whatever is going to be a game that people play. The game needs to attract big streamers, and even though it took a couple years, that's what it did. My third point is that it needs to be collaborative. This game allows 10 people to play it in one lobby. Content creators came together and blew up this game. Games that you can play with your friends will always outlast solo games. Always. I don't care how good a solo game is, there's no replayability. My last point is that this game is free and easily accessible. Now everyone has a phone, that means everyone can play this game. In contrast to games like Fall Guys, where you needed a PC or a Sony PlayStation to play, Among Us is on mobile, which allows pretty much everyone to play. Games that are generally accessible to everyone last the longest. They also gain the most popularity. Also notice how graphics are not discussed in this video. Many people will say that video game graphics matter, but I don't think it does. As long as the game is fun and replayable, that will always be having good graphics. But don't get me wrong, I love good graphics. Among Us allows people from all backgrounds, gamers are not allowed to play and come together. That's what I can appreciate about this game. I can almost guarantee that the next game to go mainstream will feature the aspects I just talked about. Among Us is not a new game, but it's definitely the game of the year. Anything that normalizes gaming will always be a plus in my book. Although I mentioned earlier that I think it's weird that like non-gamers play, I think it's better for all of us. Besides for making everyone a pathological liar, Among Us is an exceptional video game, and it's everything we need right now. Now, I've said a lot of good stuff about this game, but let me tell you what triggers me the most, okay? You know those teammates that will say the dumbest thing and they will still get you voted off? Like one time this guy did medbay scan and I was following him, right? Because, you know, like that's what you do when you know someone's safe so you don't die. This guy calls an emergency meeting and starts blaming me for following him. Bruh, I know you're safe. I'm gonna follow you around the map because you're safe. I don't wanna die. Also, what triggers me is when you're actually imposter but then someone susses you for no reason. Like I'll play the perfect imposter game and then someone will say green sus, wait, blue sus, like what, bruh, I am playing the game, alright, I am doing what I'm supposed to do. Also, the people who team in this game, it's so annoying. People will join with their friends and they'll expose the imposter. Like, what's the fun in that? Like, that just ruins the fun. But other than that, man, the game's fun. I'm glad we have something to play other than like, you know, like the normal stuff. Also, I finally have a week off, so I'm going to be able to like produce more content, make more content, so expect future uploads from me coming soon, like very soon. You know, I've spent a year and a half off YouTube. Well, not really I spent a year and a half off YouTube, I just haven't done YouTube for a year and a half, and now I can finally do it. If you made it this far in the video, I want you to leave a comment giving me suggestions to like what I should upload, like different topics or whatever. Anything I should upload, anything that you want to see, just let me know, and I'll try to cover it. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss a video of mine. That notification bell is looking pretty good. I would tap that if you... Also consider becoming a channel member if you want to support me even more. Your support of my channel means everything to me. I'm so excited to push out new content. Anyways guys, this has been Oxidize. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.